Hey everybody, welcome to Bones Collector, and today on the Bones Collector we're going to talk about 5 games. Only one of them is from 2021. The other 4 are games that we went back into time and picked up because we thought we would like them, and I think we did. So we want to tell you about them, what we've been playing this week, and the first one we're going to talk about, we're going to get right to it, is a game published by Stonemaier Games, designed by Jamie Stegmaier, an old game called Euphoria. And Euphoria came out in 2013, I think, right? And it's about a dystopia type of universe that you'll be playing on the board. And let's take a look in this box. It plays 2 to 6 in an hour, and it takes about an hour to play. And okay, so here's our board. And this is like the deluxe version thing, right?
It was a Kickstarter.
The Kickstarter Deluxe, and the gold bars are metal, and they have Euphoria stamped on them. And this is a game trays insert that you see in the box to hold everything in place. And
it does.
Yeah, it's got nice chunky parts. What is it? Bliss and peaches. And
real nice sculpted dice. They're very nice.
It has a 2-sided board. I'll show you for a little bit. Hopefully the light glare isn't bad. And then the other side is kind of a really dismal and grim and gloomy type of side. But this is a dice worker placement. Is that what you do? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You place your dice to take your actions.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a dice worker placement. So you roll your dice. Yeah, that's the way it works. You roll your dice and you have a certain total you can't exceed, or you get punished. And then you're going to place your dice on the board in certain areas and try to collect resources and place your 10 stars, I believe it is, your 10 stars before anybody else. When you place that 10th star, you've won the game.
Game's over.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, I think we did the same thing in my little side. It's similar to that type of situation. But yeah, it's a really fun game. We had to do a couple of different things to make it good for 2 players. It wasn't optimum at 2. And there is an expansion that's out called Ignorance is Bliss or something like that?
Ignorance is Bliss.
Ignorance is Bliss, and it has some fixes so that you can play this a little more competitively at 2. It wasn't the best 2-player experience.
We made the changes from the expansion in this game without buying the expansion.
Yes, which you can do, and which I would advise you to do. I don't want to buy an expansion if I don't have to. So we made the changes that we read about that come in that expansion, moving the starting position in the tunnels up, so you accomplish a little more during the game.
Box on there.
And then also, there's those cards. What's it called? Entity or
leader cards.
That you flip over and you get a star. They're not leader cards.
No, those are ethical dilemma cards.
Ethical dilemma cards. We eliminated those, and we instead dealt each of us 10 cards. You select 3 of those. They have to be different factions, all 3 of them, and those are going to be your recruit cards for the game. You start with 1 face up, 2 face down, and then that way you are, as players, are going to go out and work in those different areas rather than without it. If you didn't do that, you ended up maybe only needing to work in like 2 different areas on the board, and that really...
That was a variant we made up ourselves.
Yeah, we made it up ourselves. Yeah, we did that.
That's not a...
And it works great. But we have fun doing it. It's a fun game. Yeah.
You're trying to keep the people happy, but not too happy.
Yeah, we want to keep them happy stupid. Or stupid happy.
If they get too smart and they figure out what you're doing, then you start running into problems.
Yeah, you lose your workers, and
you want them to think they're living a great life, and once they figure out that maybe they're not, they start leaving.
Yeah, so... But it's one. It was. I think Jamie was it his first game.
I think it might have been, but I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah, we've always been curious about it, and we kind of watched it played stuff on YouTube, and decided
because we really like his games.
Like his games, we like Scythe, but we got rid of that because it just wasn't the best of 2. But we do love Tapestry
and Viticulture.
And Viticulture, yeah, his other 2 games, two excellent games, and we enjoyed this too. So we're gonna keep this around for a while. But yeah, that's Euphoria. And that's one of the games we played this week. Another game that we played this week that's kind of older is...
Put this little sleeve back on.
What should I start with?
Start with the oldest one.
Oldest one. A Michael Kiesling game called Riverboat. And, let's see. Let's look. Here, you go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to look and see if it's still $29.
It was the other day. This is from 2000. I think it's from 2017. This print is from 2018. it's an area control game. Oh, I can show you the back of that. Shows you a little bit about what you're doing. You're planting crops, and then you're harvesting, and you're running them down the river boats, or down the river in the river boats.
Yeah. It's Michael Kiesling, and we have a couple of games that he has co-designed with, with Kramer and Kiesling, and like Porto Nigra. I forget what all we have by him, but I saw this game, and I don't know how it slipped through the cracks with us. I just happened to be on my phone and noticed that the game was on sale for $29 on Amazon, which it still is. So if you're interested in this board game, you can still get this for $29. MSRP is way above that, so you might want to try that.
That's your crop field where the crops are that you get to choose from.
Okay, it's a tile placement game, so you're going to have a market, and that's the market.
That's the market.
And there's 3 different sizes of tiles. You can see there's triples, doubles, and singles. And so you're going to select off
The
those,
bag of singles.
off that market tile, and place them on your own player board.
And then the triples look like little Ys. They all have different vegetables on them. Then here's the other board.
Yep. Well, yeah, give me a player board.
Player board.
There we go. So here we go. You're going to select tiles off this board, and then you're going to place them on your player board, and you can see all the hexes here where you can play them, and you get bonuses for covering up all of one color. You are going to place your workers.
You draw cards.
Yeah, what are those guys called?
And the cards tell you where to place. Let's see what they're called. I think they're just workers. Like this one says, place your worker on a diamond shape. This is place your worker on a heart. This one's place your worker on any color. And you have to place the workers on there where these cards, you place 8 at a time, and these cards tell you where you have to place them. And then if you want to take a 3 hex tile, you have to have 3 workers in that shape that you can put the tile underneath them.
Okay, then also on this board, you will have some bonus cards, and they are ones that will be selected during the game. The action selection mechanism in this game is really cool, and it consists of 5 tiles. I'll show you. Consists of 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll take turns selecting those. First player gets to choose, second player goes, and in a 2-player game, one player is going to end up with 3 tiles, and the other will end up with 2. And on these tiles, it tells you exactly what you're going to do for that round, and you get a reward for selecting that tile. So in this case, let's see if
That's the round 1 tile.
The round 1 tile, you're going to get an extra worker, and that's vitally important in this game. And then in this instance, you're going to, if you select the second tile, this is where you get to...
You get to choose first, taking the tiles off the market board.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Placing the tiles under your workers.
Okay. Yeah, you get to choose, you're the first one to choose tiles off the market board. And
but you get $1,
And you
right?
get $1. If you can see in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little coin there. You get a coin for selecting that action. And then this one is to move your harbor master. I get to be first to select a ship. And when you do that, you get to move your harbor master, so that's the reward for that. So there's various rewards on all these tiles for selecting them. You get that plus your first in that round to do that action. So it's a lot to think about just when you're selecting these tiles. And that's the first thing you do in the round is select the tiles 1 through 5. And that's pretty cool. Master. And you have one of your little harbor masters that goes on your board, and he goes on the player board, and he moves down the dock. And when your ships get up here, you're going to place your ships up here on your board.
A whole bag of ship tiles.
And your harbor master has to be up here in order to score those ships. You have to move him.
He has to be able to see the ships. If he can't see them, they don't score.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful game. I could not believe it.
This is considered New Orleans.
Yes.
And you can send workers to New Orleans, New Orleans, to get victory extra points for them too.
Yeah.
But once they go there, you lose them and you can't use them on your board. So
yeah,
that's down on your workers.
Pretty cool. I don't know how this game. You know how you rinse your spaghetti, and when you're done, there's like a strand of spaghetti in the sink, and you don't know how it got out of there. Same thing. This game. I don't know how this got by us. I didn't even look into it, quite honestly, until I saw that it was $29 on Amazon. And once I did, I watched it played. Did I watch Rado? I think I did. think I watched Rado play it, and I really liked it immediately. I knew it was a game that we would enjoy.
You also have barns.
Barns and wells that you irrigate with.
And these are wells.
There's a lot in this box. This deck of cards, like I say, for worker placement and tiles that you're going to place on your player board. Oh yeah, and these green guys are...
Surveyors.
Surveyors, yeah. Surveyors, she said, because those are your guys that you can place out on the bonus sections of your board, on the barns and on the wells, and on the cards for...
The bonus cards.
Bonus cards, yeah.
To score them. In order to score them, you have to have a surveyor on them.
But man, like I said, I can't believe this game got by us for so long, because it's exactly the type of game we like to play. A beautiful, synchronized Euro game that can play in an hour. You have it set up, played, put back in the box in an hour, and you took a lot of thought to do it. So yeah, that's Riverboat. We had a great time playing it. $29 right now on Amazon. Okay, let's talk about Lorenzo I Magnifico from Simon. Did I say Simon?
Simon, come on, I'm not sure.
Simon Games. And I'm going to tell you the truth. We used to own this game, and it's a little bit fiddly with the way you have to change cards at the end of every round. And Lori kind of didn't like that at first, and then we decided, well, you know what? This showed up on my phone for $29 also on Amazon, and I think it still is. So Lorenzo I Magnifico, great game, $29 on Amazon right now. And so we picked it up again, and we managed to figure out how this could be played a little easier. We just simply turned the board sideways. It has a board that's kind of long, and yeah, and so there's a lot of reaching when because you got to change the cards out to begin each round, new cards. And so it becomes a little fiddly in that way, but if you put the board sideways on the table, it's not near as bad.
The board is supposed to go this way, and you have to reach up here to change all these cards, and it just was difficult. So we started playing with the board that way.
And guess what?
It makes it a lot easier to reach everything.
So we can reach everything while we're playing right here. We sit right here when we play. And so we really enjoyed that we could get that board turned sideways and still play the game.
It's got nice
wooden
bits, stone and wood. The woods look like Pac-Man, the stones look like hearts.
Yeah. And this is a engine builder game. You're going to be, it's worker placement, you're building an engine, you're going to place workers in these columns, which is basically a market, and select cards and build an engine on your player board. That's the other side.
Here's your workers. You have these little pillars that are workers.
Plays 2 to 4.
You roll dice, place those on the board. Your orange worker, in this case, could do 4 actions, or spend 4.
Whatever your value is, yeah.
Pillar could spend 3, and the black one could spend 2. And then you have a neutral one that has to, it's worth 0. You have to put assistance with him to make him be worth anything. You have a whole bag full of assistants you can use.
But yeah, you're going to be building an engine on your player board right here of cards, and yeah, this little device hooks on the end, and every time you activate that row of cards, you're going to get the benefits on this. So and it can flip over for a little variability in the game. That's pretty cool. We really like this game. There was a large discrepancy in our scores when we play it. It seems like the scores aren't very close sometimes, yeah. But we enjoy it a lot, and it's a really good game, and it's a great value right now. So yeah, if you're interested in a nice tight Euro game and this is a great design team too. Yeah, we've Virginio Gigli and Flamini, Brasini, and Simone Luciani. Some names you're probably familiar with if you play a lot of board games. But I always tell you guys, a reputable board designer, it's worth checking out their games. Because if you love one of their games, you'll probably end up loving another of their designs. So always check them out. But yeah, that's Lorenzo I Magnifico. We played it, I don't know, 2 or 3 times this week and really enjoyed our time with it. I like it a lot. I love engine builders, and this is a really cool one. So yeah. Okay, that's the second game we played. The third game we played, The Crown of Emara. And it is designed by Benjamin Schwer, who did Hadara, and he's done some other games. And I should have looked it up before we started this video, but yeah.
Can't remember.
We were lucky to sit down and do this right now. But in The Crown of Emara, it's a double roundel game if you haven't played it. We played this game a couple years ago when it first came out in 2018 at Dice Tower Con. It plays 1 to 4, 45 to 75 minutes. You can play it in 45 minutes, 2-player. 12 and up, but we liked it. We didn't know how much. Yeah, we liked it, and we didn't know how much. And I was thinking about this game and thinking about it recently, and I thought, you know what, I want to try it again. And so we picked it up and
got this one at Cool Stuff.
yeah, we did right here in town, and brought it home, and we've just finished playing it today, and we played it about 3 times, I think 3 or 4 times. But it's a double rondel game, if you see on the back of the box here. And one rondel is going to be where you're going to gather resources, and that's the country. And in the city, you have all kinds of actions you can take, a quadrant. So you have 4 different sections of the city where you go with your counselors or whatever when you're moving them around. So you got a guy moving around the city and a counselor moving around the country as your action selection mechanisms. So that's pretty cool, and you're going to be gathering cards and filling bonuses and that kind of thing, and scoring points as best you can. Yeah.
There's the boards. It's a modular board. 4 of them for the country and 4 for the city.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a modular board. It fits together like a jigsaw puzzle, and like this. Put one together for you real quick. Just like that. And the other one does the same thing. The other one fits together just like that, and you're going to move around that rondel, in this case in the country, and gather the resources you see on here: wheat, wood, cloth, and stone. And you place your guys out here to get double the resources initially and score points by doing so.
It's got nice wooden bits.
What were you saying about scoring?
The scoring is very different.
Okay, tell us about it.
Where's the scoring track?
I don't know. Oh
yeah, the scoring track. Here you go. You start with your person on 0, and your house starts anywhere from 25 to 40, I think it is, depending on the start card that you draw. And you move the house and the people around this track, but at the end of the game, whichever one is the lowest score is your score. So you want to try to keep your house points and your people points close together.
This is an old mechanism by Reiner Knizia. He's used it in several games, and I think it's in Raja the Ganges. He does the same thing, where your lowest score is going to be the score you get, and that forces you to go in both directions, so you can't just focus on one thing. And that's pretty cool.
So yeah, if your person runs way out in front and your house is back here, then that didn't do you any good.
Which I did, right?
One game you did, yes.
I didn't do very well in that game.
We each won 1 game.
Yeah, very, very good game.
First player marker. That's pretty cool. Little statue. You have rings. You have coins. Whoops. Coins. You're visiting the church.
Yeah, it's a really cool Euro game. And you guys know how we are. If you watch our videos, we like medium weight Euro games that we can get out, play, put back in the box, and be done in an hour. Because that's the way we like it. We have other things we want to do. So we can play a couple of games a day, and you choose the right games, play a couple of games a day, and go out your business and do other things. So that's
we really enjoyed this one.
Yeah,
we've enjoyed them all.
Yeah, we've enjoyed them all. And the brand new game that we're going to talk about is a game by Dr. Steve Finn called the Whatnot Cabinet. Do you know Dr. Steve Finn? He's the one that did Biblios, which is a very popular card game, and we own that game. And we have Biblios Dice, Capo de Copy, and
Institute for Magical
Arts was kind of mean, so we kind of got rid of that one. But this game is so amazing, and Lori saw it on Kickstarter, and she backed it, and I'm glad she did, because it is a really good game. And this is going to make probably my top 10 list for 2021, and I haven't played that many games, but I know this is exactly the kind of game that brings people into board gaming, because it's a small rule set and a really, really nice crunchy puzzle to solve. And you're simply going to have a little Whatnot cabinet in front of you. You're going to be placing tiles on to the best that you can to achieve goals of your secret goals.
Here's your Whatnot cabinet.
Yeah, and your personal goals, your common goals, and then the game has goals. So there's 3 different areas of goals that you're going to have to think about when you're placing tiles in this Whatnot cabinet.
These are your little Whatnots.
Yeah, little whatnot, little things you find in your little journeys, out walking in nature, whatever.
Vases. There's a 4-leaf clover. There's another jug. A little wooden turtle.
There's some special tiles.
Special tiles.
They give you.
You can collect leaves.
They give you a special action.
A little wooden elephant.
The tiles have crowns on them, so there's
Shells.
yeah. I mean,
there's crown. Or some with crowns.
Yeah, there's so much to think about.
There's crowns on the bottom of some of these tiles in the corner, and that gives you an extra point. The crowns count for points, and you're trying to get across the top or the crossways rows. Oh yeah. Take that thing out. No.
Nope.
There you go.
All right, let's take two. Anyways, let's see. Is this what I want to show? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a player aid that comes with the game. And where's the selection board?
That's what I don't. Oh, it's over here.
So you have this board, and it's an action selection board. And in a two-player game, you'll have 2 markers each on it.
These little markers go on
Yeah,
here.
they go on there.
And
And you're going to choose where you go, which action you want on your turn. And you've seen this before, where you choose your action, you're going to slide back up the board, and that's the position you're going to go in the next round. So if you want to go first in the next round, you better choose that action. If you are okay with going second or third, because the powers, the actions are better as you go down the board, they're better, but you're going to go start later in the next round. So you have to think about that, especially at the end of the game, because not only will you go last in the at the end of the game, but if you end up in this first column, it's worth 3 points. The second column's worth 2. The third column's worth 1, and that's huge in this game. The points are going to be anywhere from, you'll score anywhere from 25 to 40 points in this game. Not a lot. So that 2 and 3 points can really make or break you. But that's pretty cool. And then you get a player aid with the game, and it tells you exactly how you can score your board. So you got colors, different in the columns. You score by different colors, same color. So if you get the same color of tiles all the way down, that's 4 points. A different colors score you 2 points. And then the rows, it has to do with the objects. So if you have different objects across a row, it's 1 point. The same object across a row is 3 points. So those 4 things you can score right here on this card. And then you have 6 or 7.
And you get no points if you don't do
yeah,
one.
if you don't do one of those, your row or column could end up with we call it a dud.
Yeah.
A dud.
A blank.
It's a lead coin,
Yep.
like a slug.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get a dud for that row or column if you don't complete something there. And then on the other side of this, where it has the goals, it tells you exactly what the actions are on this action selection board in text, so that you can,
That's really pretty too.
so that you can know how to play this game. And that is so vital to, I love it when they give you stuff like that. And then so you have, what, 6 or 7 goal cards?
You have 5 goal cards and then 1 object.
And then 1 object
that you're
card.
trying to collect that particular object.
Yes, and those are just the common goals. So you have 5 goal cards and 1 object card that all players will be focusing on.
The goal cards you're competing for. The first person that gets that goal takes the card.
Yep.
The object is just, you get a point for however many of that object you have.
Yes, and then you'll have 2 personal goals of cards that'll be turned down in your play area that you're trying to achieve also. And then you're trying to collect more crowns than anybody else on the tiles that you are selecting. It's really, really a crunchy game. Comes with a really cool insert. Did we show that?
Nope.
Yeah, a really cool insert. Has a place for everything in this box. Small box game.
Nice little drawback.
Yeah.
It says the whatnot cabinet.
Surprised me, folks. This is a wonderful game. Again, it's odds on to be in my top 10 for the year for 2021, because this is the type of game that anybody comes over to your house, you can tell them how to play this game and set it up, and they're going to have a great time, and they'll probably beat you. So
Beth Sobel did the art.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that?
No, I didn't. That's why I was saving that for you.
Oh.
So what now?
Beth Sobel did the art for the game. I'm sorry, I interrupted him.
No, that's cool. Beth Sobel did the art, eh? She's what, Wingspan? And,
Yep.
Okay, so she's a great artist, and that's pretty cool. But this game is pretty nice, and it's inexpensive. I
don't know when it's going to become available retail. We just got the Kickstarter.
Yeah, but I think it was like $27.
Yeah,
it will be like around $27, something like that. But I tell you what, this is a lifelong fun. Lifelong fun. You buy this game, and you'll play it the rest of your life, because that's just the type of game that it is. And it's the type of game that it will invite people into board gaming and let them have fun, a fun, crunchy experience for their first board game. This is really awesome, and we're gonna keep this game
Oh, yeah.
forever, man. This is an awesome game.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect for us. Again, for busy people, busy moms and dads, busy grandparents, you know, busy people, living busy lives. That's the type of game that really, I don't know, is really attractive.
Now the 2 little personal goal cards that we use came as part of an expansion, a little mini expansion that came with the Kickstarter. Whether that will be in the retail or not, I don't know. But it would be just as fun without it.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds maybe 2 points to your score at the end of the game. It's nothing you couldn't play without, but we use it because it's there and adds a little something else to the game.
Yeah, but hey, it's a crunchy game, and you couldn't get anything better to do with your time than play the Whatnot Cabinet by Dr. Steve Finn.
Pencil First Games and What's Games.
Yeah, it plays how many players? 1 to 4, so it has a solo mode.
It has a solo mode,
Yeah,
yes.
so 1 to 4, 20 minutes. Yeah, you can play this game 3 times an hour, and you will. You will play it because you'll play it and go, oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. That was so much fun.
I have yet to win this game. He wins it every time.
Even by accident, don't I?
You did win the last one by accident.
Yeah.
But I love it anyway, and someday I will beat him. But I have a lot of fun putting the objects in the Whatnot cabinet, even if I don't win.
Yeah, it's hard not to have fun with something like this.
It's a lot of fun. And it says 8 and up, so I mean, I think our grandkids would play this. We haven't tried it yet because we just got the game, but I think they actually might play this one and enjoy it.
I'll tell you what, I paid $100 for games that weren't near as good as this, and got rid of them. So yeah, 20 some dollars for a game that you're going to play the rest of your life. It's like poker, man.
So I picked a Kickstarter that actually worked out. He was a little worried.
Yeah, it was a good one, man.
But it's been great.
So that's the Whatnot Cabinet from 2021 from Dr. Steve Finn, a game that we've fallen in love with immediately, and I'm sure you're going to like it too if you like these kinds of puzzle games. So yeah, like Calico and those kinds of things.
He also did Herbaceous and what is that one? Sunset on Water. I think that one's called something like that. Those are 2 other ones that they.
So be on the lookout for this. Like I say, it's not available yet, but it will be, and I'm sure it's something that you'll enjoy if you like these quick little games. But hey, that's what we played this week. We want to make sure you understand we're casual gamers. We don't play big, heavy games much. So, sometimes, but not very often. And those are the ones we really, really like that we played this week. We want to tell you guys about them for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're great games. Second of all, those 2, Lorenzo I Magnifico and Riverboat, are right now on Amazon for $29.95. We'll hopefully get this video out to you in time for you to take advantage of it if you wish. So yeah, is it anything else?
No, I think that's it. I enjoyed playing all 5 of them. They were great.
Yeah, great to add them to our library, and we hope you guys...
Our bulging library.
Hope you guys are having a great time wherever you're doing and being safe wherever you happen to be, and we hope to see you next time on The Bones Collector, and make sure you like and subscribe. You've been doing a tremendous job with the likes, you guys. I love every one of you for doing that. It really humbles us to have people watch our videos and to be able to share our board games with you and our passion for playing board games. So, I also wanted to make you aware that our grandson is 15 years old, and he has his own YouTube channel called B&B Animatronics. He loves to make animatronics and with these hydraulic things, and he creates the characters himself, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll put a link in the description. If you want to check him out, please subscribe to his channel. He's a good kid, but I wanted to tell you about that, and hopefully you go over to his channel and check him out. So yeah, B&B Animatronics. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bones Collector. And by the way, keep on board gaming. It's the best hobby on the planet. Bye-bye.
Bye.